And how about now? There we go. Are you seeing cute art and stream chat? Awesome. That's what I was aiming for. Thank you. Tried to make sure that it was. So I looked up the game guide and realized I'm gonna have to do a little bit of backtracking. Because the last time I streamed, I got to the point where I was in that alleyway where I put the hat on the trash bag and it made a silhouette like a guy with a gun. But I need one more thing, and it's back at the border house. So I'm gonna have to go back and grab that. Because I don't have everything I need. Not yet, at least. But we'll get there. I'm just kind of frustrated that I have to keep on backtracking. But, you know, it is what it is. Live and learn, right? Live and learn. I tried putting the cat outside the door and shutting her out, and putting everything that she needed out there. And my husband ended up having to open the door and saying, "You're just gonna have to deal with it." Because she was scratching at the door and yowling. Because, God forbid, I try to stream and not have a cat around. I'm so looking forward to having a house and a separate room that I can stream in. God forbid I want a couple of minutes to myself. I love her though. And it's okay. I come armed. I have a Nerf dart with her name on it if she starts batting at the window again. Yeah, pew pew. Hi there, Breakfast Boy. How are you doing today? Are you all enjoying the tunes that I have streaming today? This is once again Coffee Talk, and this specific one is called Silent Rains. They are pretty chill. I love them. I do see that it is now 10:03. Well, sorry, 10:04. So I'm going to bring the music to a close and get this game started. Alright, so the last time we were at Longest Journey, we went and found the theater that Cortez is supposedly at. We created this lovely silhouette, but there is something that we still need, and that is a distraction. Sadly, that distraction is all the way back at the border house. So we're gonna have to run all the way back there. If we can. So let's see if we can get April running. For those who haven't joined us before, this is the lovely April Ryan, the protagonist of our game. She has had some very weird stuff going on lately. And she's been seeing visions, she's been dreaming about dragons. All very confusing things. This game is from 1999. It was made by Funcom. So it is very old. It is part of the Longest Journey series, of which there is 3 games. So I'm going to East Venice. Anyways, we have April Ryan as our protagonist. We have a couple different characters. We've got Emma, who is a fellow student. We have Mickey and Fiona, who are our landladies. And this is the lovely border house, by the way. This is where we live. Because we are a poor, struggling art student, this is the lovely Fiona as well, by the way. This is our apartment. And let's see. Come on, April. Go to the closet. Need to get stuff out of the closet.
In addition to being an ape, Constable Guybrush plays drums in the Toyburg Police Corps marching band. Go figure.
And he is what we need.
Bunch of useless old drawing. My suitcase.
Is there anything else that we need here? Don't believe so, so that should be good. Start our trek all the way back to where we were. but some weird stuff has been going on. Last stream we had a event happen in this room with Fiona, and it kind of freaked everyone out. The walls fell away, we were in some kind of forest. It was very weird. So, for some reason, this man named Cortez, who seems, yeah, if April's 19, he's probably, I don't know, 60. He's up there in age. He seems to have mysterious answers to all of our questions. So we are trying currently to find the mysterious Cortez. Oh, and there's also another guy named Zach. He is what you would call an asshole. We don't like Zach. April doesn't like Zach either. None of us like Zach. Zach is the sort of man that makes me want to peel my skin off. I do not like him. Where are we going? We're going back to Metro Circle. Wait, no, we're going over here to East Gateway. Going over this way. Enjoy the lovely sounds of my cat deciding to have breakfast, since I wasn't able to get her to stay outside and, you know, not ruin the stream. Okay, so let's look at
Constable Guybrush is a strange hybrid between man, ape, and musician, in addition to being an officer of the law, of course. It's Constable Guybrush.
Let's see if maybe we can use him.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey!
Mildly amusing, but irritating as hell. I think I'll shut him up now.
That is one hell of a beat, and I love it!
It's Constable Guybrush. It's Constable Guybrush.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey!
Mildly amusing, but irritating as hell. I think I'll shut him up now.
But I don't want to shut him up. He's fantastic. Let's put him on the garbage heap.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey! Dance! Dance! Do the monkey! Hey!
I think I got the little guy right where I want
Hands
him.
up! Spread your legs!
Okay,
And
well,
do the monkey! Dance!
that's gonna be a thing. Should be a way
There's no
to get
doorknob.
the...
It's impossible to open it from this side.
Monkey! Hey! You! Yeah, you! Hands
Where's the
up!
other guy?
Spread your legs!
There was a guy who was impersonating Elvis or Forrest Gump. He was up here. I don't know where he went, though.
Women in dire need of medical attention. I thought that was a porno. I guess it's just an artsy foreign flick. As long as they speak French, it can't be smut.
Okay.
It's locked. A Welsh ghost story, written and directed by Ragnar Tornquist. I saw that. It's a classic.
Hmm. Oh wait, I need the monkey's eye. Why do I need his eye?
Hey!
For such a small guy, he sure makes a big racket. I think I got the little guy right where I
Spread your
want him.
legs!
But I want...
Do the monkey!
I
Dance!
messed up. I'm gonna reload that. But that's gonna mean... Oh, crud. That's gonna mean I need to go all the way back to the border house to get him. I can't be helped. Gotta rage quit that real fast for a second. And then get it replaying. Sorry, guys. Alright. Continue journey. Go there. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that I needed the eye until too late. So we're gonna do that again. Because we're gonna need that monkey's eye later. As weird as that is. Subway. East Venice. To the bridges. We're on it all over the place. Back to the porterhouse. I will say some of these adventures are very complicated and for no apparent reason, but that is point and click adventures for you. Well, that's because I figured out how to actually run. When my husband was playing through this, it was really funny.
The eye came loose. Poor Constable Guybrush.
Oh.
Sorry, Guybrush, but I need to borrow your eye for a while.
Okay, so I've got the eye and got the monkey. Got what I need. When my husband was playing through this, he didn't realize how to run at first, so it was just walking everywhere. And it was slow. It was taking forever. Okay. Let's go ahead and go on back. Make our way back to where we need to go. And I'm hoping that this stream is where the stuff really starts getting interesting. Not that it hasn't been interesting before, but there should be some major plot development going on. Does that guy have a skull for a face? If so, that's super metal. Okay, so we want to go to Metro Circle again, go to the East Gateway, go down this way. These guys seem to be duking it out. And
Box office is closed.
there wasn't anything else I
Just
could do.
trash.
Just trash.
What? I got something on my face? Is my hair okay? What are you looking at?
Your beautiful face. I already looked at those. And that was locked. Yes, yes, I will save the game. See, it's saved. Return to game. Let's go back down. Okay. So let's see. We have the monkey. We have that, and I'm supposed to put the matches somewhere. Is there a fire alarm somewhere?
It's a fire alarm and a smoke detector.
Apparently I'm supposed to be able to do something with the trash can. Oh, maybe I
It's
set...
a closed garbage bin.
Maybe I set this on fire? Is there anything else? Okay, so first step, put the monkey on the garbage heap. Come on, April, run. Run, April, run.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey! Dance!
And now I put...
Dance! Do the monkey!
Alright, somebody's coming.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs!
Hell's blazes, we got us a fire.
Dance!
Now, where's that voice coming from?
Yeah, you!
Show yourself.
Hands up! Spread your legs! And do
All right
the
there, mister.
monkey!
Just don't you fire that gun now, you hear? I'm sorry I chased you earlier. Freddy will do the monkey for you right now if that's what you want, He'll do the monkey until you ask him to stop, I reckon,
Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And
What
do
the...
the monkey! Dance!
Let's go into the theater! Oh, that poor guy! Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
There's no way out of here. Did you know that?
All the time I spent trying to get into the theater, he could have just quietly walked out to meet me. I feel like kicking the guy.
Be back inside.
That's Cortez, by the way. He's Mr. Mysterious.
There is a way out. Just not for you.
Come on, run, April. Ain't got time for that.
It's getting closer. They will be
There we
soon.
go. Hello, sir. Mind if I sit here?
Why be happy?
You have no idea what I went through to find you. First,
Do you like movies?
Everyone dies.
sure, who doesn't? Wait a second. I was trying to tell you that
I don't much like modern movies myself. They're either too loud and expensive or too obscure and self-indulgent. But old movies,
When I came
really old movies, have a charm and a simplicity that appeals to me.
now, I don't want to die.
listen, please don't interrupt me again. It's starting to piss me off.
But I have never interrupted you, unless I've had something important to say, of course. But go ahead. What is it you wanted to talk about?
Why did you make me search all over the city for you?
Sooner or later.
Search for me? I've been here for hours, señorita. I haven't moved. The question ought to be,
Picture hotel.
what made you go out of your way to find me?
They just lead back inside.
Because you've been all mysterious and I can't help but look for you?
We agreed to meet this morning, remember?
As I remember it, there was no agreement. I said tomorrow, but you refused. I assumed you weren't interested. I apologize for making myself unavailable, however.
Don't give me that. You wanted me to come looking for you again.
Actually, no, I had to lay low for a few hours.
Does it have anything to do with the cop that was staking this place out?
Yeah. So it was a good thing I didn't stick my head out the door to look for you then, no?
We can walk
He's
out
gone
there,
now.
go our different ways.
Are you in
Forget
some
about
kind of
Picture
trouble
Hotel
with the police? Wait, don't tell me. Immigration.
Did you know?
No,
When I
señorita.
came here,
Not the
I had
police.
nothing to live for.
There are bigger players than the police.
Now
I
want
don't
to
want to
die.
know. I'm not getting mixed up with the mob or gangs or anything like that.
This.
There's not much you want to be mixed up in at all, is there?
Who is it?
My life's complicated enough as it is, Mr. Cortez. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Answers.
You would come. Sooner
You
or
want, you need answers.
There's no way out of it.
Yeah, and you haven't been
keep
given
telling me
any.
that, but you never give me any answers.
Exactly.
Just more questions. Like, who's out to get you? What's going on with me? How come you know so much about me?
I plan to answer all your questions today, April. By the time you go to sleep tonight, your world will have changed, and nothing will ever be the same.
You're just being cryptic again. It's like soap opera sex. Lots of boring dialogue, and when they finally go to bed, everything's dark and covered by blankets.
Why are you so
You want the full Monty then?
happy?
Come
Oh
with
my.
me. Come outside. No more talk. I will show you the truth.
We're all gonna die. Everyone dies. It doesn't have to be this way. We can.
This is probably as good a place as any. At least there's no one around to see, except rats.
To
Oh?
see what?
Stand back, señorita.
What for? What are you doing?
Why, Alice, I'm sending you through the looking glass.
The looking glass, huh?
What? What is that? Please tell me it's a hologram.
It's a mirror to reflect your dreams.
I don't see anything, just light.
Oh, you have to step through.
Step through that? Oh no, I don't think so.
This is the moment of decision, April. All time, past and present, revolves around this moment. The destiny of worlds is in your hands. But you must make the choice on your own. La vida es corta. You must decide how to live it best.
Should we do it? Not doing it. Alright, I do it. Not sure what to do. I'm curious. I think we should do it. Because he's been mighty cryptic and now we're getting some answers. I think we'll do it.
All right, I'll do it.
Vamos. Enter the light.
Don't say that, it sounds too ominous. Just Tell me what's gonna
This is
happen.
the first time we're seeing anything
You're
like
about
this.
to take the first step on the longest journey of your life.
Hey, title
But
drop.
don't worry. I'll be waiting right here.
I must be insane to do this.
Yes, it's pretty much a given.
He just called us insane. Swirling light, let's go. Run into it.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Oh, now?
When you're ready to come back, pay a visit to a friend of mine called Westhouse, Brian Westhouse.
Side note, I don't like Brian Westhouse. You won't know until very later why I don't like him. Ugh, I don't want to see that.
Vaya con Dios, child. And may the balance protect you.
Important.
Cortez? Cortez! I have a bad feeling about this. Wait, what was the name Cortez told me to remember? Westhouse? Ryan Westhouse? I think that was it. Cortez said to look him up when I wanted to go home. Well, I want to go home now.
Ah, come on, April. Journey's just beginning. It's gonna be fun.
What? I got something on my face? Is my hair okay? What are you looking at?
A lot of interesting murals going on. Anything to click? No? No? Okay. We'll just continue going on this way. Still don't see anything to click. Hello, person.
He looks like some kind of priest.
I guess we'll go say hi.
Hello? Hi.
Et tu? Emile, tu vas?
Do you speak English? Parlez-vous français? Habla español?
Aku, sta kayan paras. Inomalante kandra, ton maris orethesiton.
I guess we aren't able to understand him. Let's keep trying, I guess.
Who are you?
Ken esang maris ortona, magigean poseiton. Sare alvoca im iriam tue ithium.
Where am I?
Sankis tue, tonan tu ken alvoch, e magican ian ton an asans.
Still not making sense. Where's Google Translate when we need it?
Where's Cortez?
Tu tone e ken, tu ken vernilia fata tim tu vermilian ton.
Let's listen to him.
Aku kandi. Good. Niranton al voce. Sank al coda magic. Torante, Salhe, Naven, All Tongue.
So I've got 3 so far. So we got listen or good, magic, and all tongue. Let's listen
Ahorta
again.
beginning.
Beginning?
Parasim tin you.
You have?
You have Thiesa I magic Sara. I the knowledge. Aritua ya itue by generations e umani. Knowledge of all tongue.
Magic.
Now you have allowed the magic to enter your heart, and the knowledge of
Whoa.
all tongue, ever present but dormant, to guide your ears and your tongue.
I understand you. You speak English? Why didn't you just tell me straight away?
No, child. I do not speak English. I speak Naven, all tongue, the common language of Arcadia.
Arcadia? Wait a second. How did I get here? What is this place, and who the hell are you?
Oh, my manners have abandoned me yet again. I'm afraid my preoccupation with ancient texts and the company of my fellow fathers have left me unequipped with the grace of social intercourse.
Meaning what?
That I have been rude. My name, dear child, is Tobias Grensret, and I am the Vestrum of the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance. We are the Fathers.
Okay. I'm April. April Ryan.
I take it this is your first shift, your first passage through the Divide?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I guess this is my first shift.
Then I will explain everything. Someone must. You are without guidance, without a mentor?
Mentor? There's this guy Cortez. He assisted me, told me about magic and truth and dreams and portals. Crazy stuff. Well, it seemed crazy at the time, although now I don't...
Cortez? Ah, yes, Cortez. Very good, very good. Then come, let us proceed. Let me show you Marcuria, the grandest city of all ages.
Oof, that makes my eyes hurt. Dramatic panic.
Explore Marcuria, April. See the sights, meet the people, and then, when you are ready, return to the temple. I will answer whatever questions you may have then.
We might be able to get to meet one of my favorite characters now. Let's see. There's a fountain, there's the stalls. What else? Is there anything else we can look at?
The whole fountain's been carved in one piece from a granite-like material. Very impressive.
Let's check out the stalls. Alright.
In a world without the screen, that's what passes for entertainment. And it's pretty darn good. My intuition tells me
Maps!
that he sells maps. That's a particularly sleazy-looking merchant. I wonder what he's selling. It's a game of some kind. Wonder if that's supposed to be anybody in particular, or just any old head. What a sorry-looking bird.
Hey, you don't look too polished yourself, lady.
Oops, I didn't know you could talk.
Didn't look as if you could talk either.
It's a talking bird.
That is indeed. Let's talk to the merchant.
Maps, I got maps. Can I interest you in a map, miss? Top-notch, hand-drawn in quality ink by skilled sunriders. Ain't no better in all the Northlands.
How much are your maps?
That depends, miss. I got a very nice one here of the Border Mountains for only 6 Harrons, fresh from the quill of a sunrider. Maps, get your maps here.
Do you sell maps of the city?
Can't help you there, miss. The Guild of Tourism has monopoly on city maps. I can tell you're not from around here, or you'd know that. Got tons of maps of all the Northlands, though, from the city of Tyron to the Bay of Fire. Maps!
Where can I find the Guild of Tourism?
They're closed for the holidays.
What holidays?
Sure, that makes sense. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, maps!
Maps!
Do you know Vestrum Tobias?
Everyone knows Vestrum Tobias, girl. He's been an important part of this city for as long as I can remember.
What can you tell me about him?
The Vestrum is an honorable man, but a conservative one, and I don't know if he still has the best interests of the people at heart. Sometimes I think he worries too much about custom. The Sentinel have been our so-called protectors and keepers of the balance for so long, we don't even think of it anymore. But now that the Vanguard are introducing a new way of thinking, new philosophies,
Vanguard.
I'm afraid the Sentinel will find their power diminished before too long. Their resistance to change will be their downfall. Mark my words, their downfall for certain. And Tobias, honorable man that he is, will be remembered as the captain who went down with his ship.
What do you know about Stark?
Land of wonders, strange customs, and machinery. Ah, to be in Stark. I'd give my right leg. Well, perhaps not my right leg as such. You really need 2 sturdy legs to stand on in this business, or you'll find yourself... yes, a grand place indeed, free of this blasted, chaotic, unpredictable magic. Does no good to anyone. Now, machines built by man, controlled by man, in servitude of man. That's the future, isn't it? Yes, the Vanguard may be a little unorthodox in their methods and teachings, but they're right about one thing. Stark and Arcadia belong together, not apart.
What's Arcadia like?
What can I say about a whole world, girl? It's a beautiful place for sure, but we're stuck in the past. We don't look ahead, not like our cousins in Stark. Magic is all well and good, but it won't bring our world into the modern age, and Arcadia is untamed. It's wild and unpredictable. Good for the map business, sure, but not so good for productivity and expansion. No, some people may consider our world a paradise. The Sentinel, for one, they'd prefer to keep it just the way it is. Me, I'd like to see some changes, and fast.
Okay. So, the world we shifted into with the help of Cortez, that was... this is Arcadia, world of magic. April Ryan, she comes from Stark, and they have no magic at all. They're the futuristic world. So, that are... well, those are the 2 worlds that we are dealing with. Let's see what else is on this dialogue tree.
How
How do you get
along with your
along?
neighbors?
The cups handler? Stay away from him, miss. He takes great joy in robbing people's purses. You can't beat him, not without magic. And he doesn't allow magic at his table.
How would he know if I did use magic?
Oh, he's got one of those blasted talismans. They're always digging up magical artifacts in Chagagriel, and they sell them to dogs like him for a silver coin or two. Get a proper job, you son of a mole!
Thanks for your help.
Maps!
No maps for me today, thanks.
Fair enough, miss, but don't expect me to come running to your aid if you ever get lost in Riverwood. Without my maps, you'll probably end up a mole's dinner or worse. Maps!
A mole. Let's go talk to this guy.
That's a particularly sleazy-looking merchant.
Actually, hold on.
It's a talking bird. It's a talking bird.
Can we talk to the bird? No. Dang it. Yeah, let's talk to the merchant.
Want to test your skill and perception with a game of cups? There are prizes to be won.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Interrogate.
Time is money, so make it quick.
I'll try. Let's see, what else can we ask?
What do you know about Vestrum Tobias?
Vestrum Tobias, eh? The High Priest of the Sentinel himself. Did you know they call themselves the Fathers? What a joke. When was the last time they did anything for us, the people? No. They are only interested in sticking with their outdated customs and keeping their secrets under lock. I'm getting more and more inclined to listen to these new people, the Vanguard. Their ideas appeal to me. They may be radical, but we're past due for a change. Only thing I don't wholly approve of is their alliance with the Tyrant. Filthy, dangerous people. But the Vanguard seem to have them under control, so I'm not too worried. I wish they wouldn't allow them into the city, though.
How do you get along with your neighbor?
The maps merchant? We've faced each other for 6 years now, every single day, and he never speaks a word to me except to insult me. Nose high in the sky, calls me a charlatan, as if he's the Guardian himself. You know, good oversized bag of wind?
Okay.
Do you know anything about Stark?
Not much. I'm not too sure if I even believe in the place. I mean, you hear the stories and you read the books. Well, I don't, but some do. A place where there's no magic, only science? Sounds like a bloody paradise, doesn't it? I mean, with my, skills, I could make a killing in a place like that.
I see. So the grass is greener on the other side, as per usual.
What's Arcadia like?
What a queer question that is. What's the world like? It's big, for one, and too expensive. And they should ban Dalmari women from gambling because I swear, they have a second sight.
Thanks.
Now, how about a game of cups?
What can I win?
Well, there's coin, of course. Double your bet or choose from a wide variety of exotic prizes.
It's a mini game?
Like this antique Domari canter from Gien. A superb replica of Mount Tyranny cast in pure solid iron. A magic walnut from the once glorious island kingdom of Ansiel. And this, unique bird. Get me out of here! Keep your beak shut, you scraggly piece of... And he talks! Great for feasts and for the amusement of infants. He's our top prize, a real keeper.
Apparently he doesn't really like you, and you don't like him.
How do I play?
You put your coin down on the table. I put a cup on top of it and shuffle it around with the other 2 cups. And all you have to do is guess which one hides your coin.
It's sleight of hand.
And remember, No magic used, and none allowed. This amulet right here will light up if you use magic. Then you'll be banned. For life!
I don't have any coin yet, I don't think. Let me check.
Sorry, but I'm broke.
May the balance bring coin to your pocket, young lady, so that you may return to me and invest it in the Game of Cups.
Let's check. Yeah, I ain't got no coin.
It's a pushpin.
I think there's a way to... Let's go back to the priest for a second, because I think there's a way to game him. Yes, thank you. I will save my game. So, from what I remember, the Vanguard are anti-magic establishment, and the Sentinel are the people who take care of the magic and protect what is called the balance. And the balance is the, well, the balance between the two worlds that exist, Stark and Arcadia. But we're about to find a little bit more about that.
Tobias Grensret.
Let's go
Excuse me,
pump him
Mr.
for
Tobias?
information.
Tobias. Just call me Tobias, please. I require no ceremony from a distinguished guest such as yourself. Did you enjoy the sights?
I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. Walking around out there, seeing with my own two eyes things that can't possibly exist. I kept thinking, it's all a dream. I'll wake up at any moment now and everything will return to normal. But then I realized, I'm still here. It's real. I can touch it. I can smell it. And you know what? It doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense here. Magic, alien creatures, parallel worlds. I don't believe in those things. I don't believe in fairy tales.
In your world, in Stark, there is no room for magic. That is, and always has been, the curse of science, the fallibility of logic and order. They leave no room for the imagination. If it does not fit into the narrow perception of the laws of nature that your world adheres to, it's a fairy tale. But then, magic has its downsides too. It's unpredictable. It invites chaos. It puts the balance in peril in a way that science alone never could.
I keep hearing about the balance and about Stark and Arcadia and... This is probably going to sound strange to you, but I'm clueless. I have no idea what this place is or what I'm doing here or... All I know is that something strange is happening in my world, I guess. I had dreams, and the dreams felt so real, and then things started happening in real life too. Things that couldn't happen, and
I think I will begin at the very beginning. I believe that is why you were sent here, to learn, to understand, to see for yourself. Like you said, you cannot believe in this place. Well, you will. After you have learned the truth, you will. Come with me, and I will tell you the story of Earth as your books never have. And when your eyes and ears are open to the truth, perhaps your mind will follow. We can only hope. Come. This is the true story of the balance, as observed by the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance, the Fathers. The Sentinel Minstrom committed this story to the pages of the scriptures and to these temple walls thousands of years ago, so that coming generations could learn and understand their past and their future. The wall paintings we are looking at became known as the murals of the balance. And it is through these images that I will recount our common history to you, April Ryan. The story begins and ends here, with this mural. Ages ago and in ages to come, the Earth was one, and magic and science existed side by side in nature and in all people. There was balance, and there was harmony.
You're saying there was just one world then?
One world, one Earth. Magic and science in balance with each other, within each and every living creature. The power to make the stars dance and to create life itself was within our grasp. But then, humankind began to exploit this divine power of two, and they saw fit to use it for their own selfish purposes. The balance of the cosmos was in peril. Unless something was done, unless man was humbled and learned to fear the power he wrought over cosmos, the twilight of chaos would fall upon Earth. It had happened before, in distant times and on distant worlds, and it would happen again. And every man, woman, and child of every people and every race would be devoured by the coming apocalypse. We were given a visitation then. The Drag-kin, having lived among us for untold generations, rose to offer their guidance and assistance in preserving the balance on our world.
The Drag? I think I've heard that name before.
Drag-kin, Draken, dragons, whichever name they go by, they remain the eternal servants and custodians of the balance. There were 4 of them here on Earth, and of the 4, one who would found the Order of the Balance, the Sentinel. The first Minstrum were instructed that magic and science would have to be separated before the balance collapsed and brought untold disaster. Earth would have to be split in 2 equal parts. Arcadia and Stark, magic and science, chaos and order. The first Sentinel were counted 13, 6 scientists, 6 magicians, and 1 who was between, the Drag-kin, our mentor, our custodian, our learned guide. Both magic and science were needed to perform this most difficult of tasks, to split a world in 2, to create 2 worlds from 1.
Wasn't the use of that kind of power dangerous to the balance?
Yes, and so for this purpose, they built a tower to channel their powers and focus them on the divide that they would create. The kin had brought a disc with them, a disc forged in the fire of their world. Placed at the base of the tower, and the epicenter of the divide, the disc and the tower would become one, a conduit for the flow of magic and science. At the appointed hour, the 13 came to the tower, and with them a woman whose destiny was decided by the purpose to which she had been born. She would be the first guardian, the human protector of the balance, who would stay in the tower for 1,000 years to watch over the 2 worlds and to ensure that the flows of magic and science were always equal. And so the ritual began. One world was to become 2, separated by the balance, and each world visible to the other only by way of dreams. Who was ushered into which world was not an arbitrary choice, nor one taken lightly. For the magical creatures, the choice was simple. They had to go to Arcadia. Their kind would not survive in Stark. But for others, families were torn apart, lovers separated, and friends lost for all eternity. Encircled by the 12 and the 1 who would be guardian, The disk at the base of the tower began to spin faster and faster as more and more power flowed through it, until it was a blur. Darkness enveloped the tower, but the disk glowed brighter and brighter. Reality turned, and in one moment, a new reality had been created and 2 new worlds born. In the tower there was silence. The original disk had disappeared, and in its place was a smaller counterpart, a similar yet different disk. Around and outside the tower, the world looked different. They were now between Stark and Arcadia, between reality and dream. This was the realm of the Balance and of the Guardian, and it would be her home for the next 1,000 years. The one who was kin picked up the disk and said, "This disk is a counterpart to the original disk, which has now become this realm, and the key to which has been split and divided in 4. The key is the disk, and the disk is this realm." This mystified the 12, and the one who was kin continued, "Know only this. The Guardian's realm cannot be broken unless the disk is broken. But nor can it be repaired without the disk being repaired. The 4 pieces that is the key will be given to the 6 of you who are to be taken to Arcadia for safekeeping. Yet the key will never be complete," he went on, "without the precious stones that adorn each piece. I will keep 1, and my fellow kin the 3 others. Should the day come when this realm must be repaired, or the worlds reunited, and that day will come, you will assemble the disk, and the kin will come together one last time." With that, 6 of the 13 went to Arcadia, and 6 to Stark, and the one who would be Guardian ascended to the throne. Witness the mural, where her dreams and hopes, her very soul, were locked away in the disk. In service of the Balance, these traits were nothing but barriers. Through new eyes, the imbalance between the worlds was as clear as the stars themselves to the Guardian, and with one thought, she channeled chaos from Arcadia and logic from Stark into the disk, and redistributed the power wherever it was needed. A new era had begun, the era of the Guardian. After they left the tower, 2 of the Drakkin went to Stark, the other 2 to Arcadia. The 6 who came to each world started what is now known as the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance. But while in Arcadia the Sentinel thrived, in Stark they did not. In Stark, the memories of magic and the Balance could not survive in the face of the new reality of natural laws, of logic, and of science. And soon, very soon, Arcadia became nothing more than legend, a myth, tales of fairies to recount to impressionable children, and stories to frighten and entertain around a fire. And while dreams still brought sights and sounds of Arcadia to those asleep in Stark, they were discounted as mere dreams and nothing more.
So that's it? We forgot about our past and about Arcadia? And that's the way things are? Then what's wrong with that? And why does magic from Arcadia seem to have begun leaking through to Stark?
That is another long story. But I can tell that you are tired of stories, and so I shall be brief. As I told you, while in Arcadia, the Sentinel grew in numbers and in strength. In Stark, while flourishing for a brief time, they were soon diminished and powerless. Some of the Stark Sentinel did not take kindly to this, and they berated the Arcadian Sentinel for their politics and teachings. The Stark Sentinel wanted people to work towards reunification, while their brothers did not. So the inevitable soon came to pass, and the Stark Sentinel parted ways with their Arcadian brothers, and named themselves the Vanguard. And while at first their philosophy was not so different from ours, over the years it changed radically. The Vanguard wanted the divide torn down, the worlds reunited, and the return to what they called the Glorious Ages, when humankind could control the forces of cosmos. But first they needed their own servant in charge of the balance, their own guardian. Now, every 1,000 years, a new guardian took the place of the old one, because no one can be separated from their souls for any longer than 1,000 years. Every 1,000 years, a new guardian was born. The balance provided the seed from which a new fruit grew. But now, it has been 200 years since the previous guardian, the 12th guardian, was to be replaced. Every new child born to the balance has been taken away by the Vanguard, to be studied in an attempt to control them. In every instance so far, they have failed. But the 12th guardian could wait no longer. Only a short time ago, the disk in the tower shattered, and the guardian left his throne. The balance is now untended, and we have yet to find a new guardian. Unless we do so, the Vanguard may get their chance. And they may be able to place their own puppet on the throne, to rule the balance according to their principles. And this we cannot allow. It will mean the end of Stark and Arcadia, and the dawn of an era of chaos. Now do you see?
I understand the history. I can even accept it. But I don't understand why I'm here and what Cortez wants with me.
The balance is in peril, April. The Guardian has abandoned his tower. He has disappeared, and there is no one to take his place. He must be reinstated to protect the balance until a new Guardian may be found.
And what can I do? I'm nobody. I've just been having a lot of bad dreams.
You are a strong shifter. I have not seen your like in my lifetime.
A shifter?
Someone capable of opening doors between worlds. A shift. A portal between the realms of Stark and Arcadia.
Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. Cortez was the one who opened the shift, and he just waved his hands around in the air. I don't think I'd be capable of opening a portal even if I had a magic wand.
Only a shifter's own power can allow her to travel. No one else can do this for her. Cortez only channeled your power to aid you. He would not be able to step through the shift himself.
Even if that's true, I don't have any control over my talent.
Not yet. But in time you will. How else do you intend to travel back to your world?
God, I hadn't even thought about that yet. Can't you help me?
I'm afraid not. Even if I could shift, I would not be able to channel through you like Cortez did.
So, I'm on my own?
If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them. But aside from that, yes. Yes, you are.
That's so not cool.
No, it has been unseasonably warm. If you don't mind, I will return to my studies now. Thank you for listening to an old man and his long stories.
No, thank you. It's starting to make a little bit of sense now.
That is good news. Come see me again if you have any more questions.
Alright. I'm gonna save game there for a second. And I am going to take a quick break. And then we will get back to it in a couple of minutes. My stomach's been rumbling so I need to go grab something to eat real fast. But that was a lot of stuff going on. be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Got any questions about what we just saw? There was a lot going on there. Any confusion? So many questions? Well, lay them on me. I'll answer what I can. It's never too late. Everything can be answered. Yeah, she did kind of forget immediately about Brian. Well, let's see. So we've got the Sentinel, we've got the Vanguard. Vanguard's turned evil. They're the bad guys now. The Sentinel is the people who are trying to keep magic and science separated. Stark is the land of science. Arcadia is the land of magic. And the balance is what keeps the two kind of... It's like binary stars, almost. You've got them circling around each other, and the center is the Guardian. Yo, what's up? What you wondering? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Because I guess they can communicate with the Sentinel that are in Arcadia? Somehow? I'm not sure how that works. Maybe they can shift back and forth. Because the way that Tobias is talking is that there are multiple shifters. So I guess the Sentinel can shift back and forth. Hence this big old fight between the two. But also, interesting point about the Guardians. They live for 1,000 years. So each Guardian is a Guardian for 1,000 years. So, and their soul is taken out of their body so that they can be like a vessel to be the balance between the two worlds. And yeah. So I guess they kind of go to sleep while that is going on. I don't know. But can you imagine going to sleep for 1,000 years? And then just waking up and everyone you knew, everything you thought you knew about the world is just gone. It's like a Dick Van Dyke kind of thing, except with 1,000 years instead of 100. Or however long he slept. I will say it is going to be very interesting when we find out who the Vanguard is in Stark. But stuff is getting interesting. It's about to get wild, guys. I'm so excited. Also, we have already met one of my favorite characters in the series, the Talking Bird. I don't remember who owns Newport. Did we already find that out? No, I think the Vanguard's called something different in Stark. I seem to remember that being something different. Yeah, I've been seeing it kind of glitching on my end. Anyways, let's get back to it. Let's see if we can get him to tell us where Brian Westhouse is. Okay, so let's go past all of these. Let's talk to him again. Oh, right to the point. Do you know a man named Brian Westhouse?
Do you know a man named Brian Westhouse?
Westhouse? That old goat? Yes, unfortunately.
Oh man.
What would you with him?
He doesn't like him.
Find him.
I do not know where he lives. I hear somewhere on the outskirts of the city by the sea, but I cannot tell you any more than that.
Who'd know about Westhouse?
His whereabouts? I do not understand what you would with him. He is rude, uncultured, and ignorant.
Man, he really doesn't like Westhouse.
Told me to look him up.
I mean, I don't either.
I do not know where he lives or frequents, but someone at the market may. He trades merchandise there, and I think he collects maps of the Northlands.
What do you know about Cortez?
Your mentor? What has he told you about himself?
Not much. Nothing, in fact. He's a complete mystery to me.
To learn something about someone, the best way to go about it is to ask them yourself. There is nothing I can do to enlighten you.
But who is he?
He is who he is, what he is. If he has not told you himself, then perhaps he does not wish you to know. It would be improper for me to divulge his secrets.
You're as bad as he is. No offense. It's just frustrating.
I understand. The next time you see him, tell him what you have told me. Maybe he will tell you the truth, maybe he will not. It is his choice to make.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions about Arcadia?
I will try my best to answer any question you may have, April.
All the questions.
What's Marcuria like?
I have lived in this city all my life, and still it amazes me what a diverse, exciting, and wonderful place it is. Many have called Marcuria the jewel of the Northlands, and they are right. But it is a diamond in the rough. A city this size can never be flawless. There are always shadows, and people who hide in them. Lately, the shadows have grown and darkened, and I fear for the future. But Marcuria is still a wonderful place to live.
What are the Northlands?
The Northlands is a collective term for all the lands north of the Great Sea, and south of the border mountains, including Ireed, Tyran, and Khorasan. Before, however, the word Northlands was used to describe this entire continent, including the territories north of the mountains and the icy wastes beyond that. Some still prefer the latter interpretation of the name. And to the people of the Southlands, anyone hailing from north of the Great Sea is a Northlander regardless.
Tell me a little about Ireed.
Ireed means both unification and assembly in High Tongue, and many still call Ireed the unified country, even though it is an age and a half since the lands of the north joined together in alliance. Irede stretches from the plains of Nedra in the north to the Great Sea in the south, and from the territories of Tyran in the west to the thick woodlands in the east. It is populated by humans and Dolmare, Tyran and a number of other races. It is even said that a tribe of Venar have a ring of trees in Riverwood, though I am not sure that is anything but a myth.
What's the history of Arcadia?
There is so much I do not know where to begin. In truth, it would be wiser to ask someone else, unless you wish to know about the Fathers, the Balance, or Mudhoppers.
Mudhoppers?
My secret passion. I study them. They are a most fascinating species. Most fascinating indeed. But I am not practically versed in the intricacies of history, I'm sorry to say.
What else can you tell me about Marcuria?
Marcuria is the capital of Irede, the unified country, and we are located on the southern coast of the Northlands, halfway between Tyran and Khorasan. Between the Snapjaw and the Gatebeast, some might call it. Between the embers and the fire. Yet democracy and peace have reigned for thousands of years now, and although relations may at times be strained with our Tyran neighbors, the High Council are masters of diplomacy. And Lord Igvandellan is a firm and just chief counselor of the Iredan flag.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could assist you.
How am I supposed to get back to Stark?
The only way to get back is through a shift. You are a shifter, April, and the power to travel between worlds is within you.
It might be within me, but it doesn't look like it's coming out anytime soon.
I wish I could help you, but I cannot. You must find the path on your own.
I'll see you later.
You will? If you say so, then it must be true.
Come on, cat, get. Okay, well, let's go back down to the marketplace and see if we can find out where Brian is. He said something about maps, didn't he? So let's go check out the map stall again. Sorry, you can probably hear me nerf darting my cat in the background. She was deciding that it was time to eat breakfast again. Let's talk to him.
Maps!
I'm looking for Brian Westhouse.
Briar west of house? It's not on any of my maps, and I've never heard of it. Maps!
It's a man, not a place, Mr. Brian Westhouse.
I would most certainly remember a name as queer as that, and I don't. Get your maps while they're fresh.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, maps?
Thanks for your help.
Nope, I guess I can't ask anything.
Bye.
Maps? Get your fresh maps here. Buy 2, get the second one half price.
Let's see if he knows anything about Brian Westhouse.
How about a game of cups today?
Apparently maps go out of style.
Okay, let's go.
Just place your bet, investment, on the table and the game will begin.
Do we have anything worth investing? apparently I can't. The ring? Let's see.
Is that gold? Only valid Arcanian coin in iron and other precious metals allowed at my table, young lady. Take your worthless gold elsewhere.
Gold? Worthless? Now I have heard everything.
Anywhere? Come on, I saw you do Cups game. No, apparently not. I'm gonna save game anyways. Because I haven't done it in a while.
It's the maps merchant.
Maps!
Maps! Don't ask him any more
Bye.
questions.
Maps! Get your fresh maps here. Buy 2, get the second one half price.
That's right. Oops. Inventory. Let's see. Come on. Oh, back. This game. Apparently, that doesn't work. I keep on going for options when I mean inventory. Don't want to use Monkey Eye yet. Oh. Dang it. Let's try it. No, apparently that doesn't work.
It's a talking bird.
And you can't talk to monkey bird? Or not the monkey bird. Wow. Let's exit the marketplace. City. City. Let's go to the city. Ooh. Let's see what's at these stalls. I didn't realize there was other places I could go.
This guy's selling musical instruments. Most of these I don't even recognize. But he's got a drum in there and what looks like half a guitar and a couple of dried rabbit carcasses. Ugh.
Ew.
I'm not in the market for an instrument at this particular moment. Still, good to know where to get one in case of a musical emergency.
Musical emergency.
This lady's selling fresh fish. I've never seen fish like this before. But if it's wet and has fins, fish it is. She's selling a variety of fresh fish.
Okay. Anything else?
This guy's selling lobsters, crabs, eels, and... What the hell is that purple thing? That is so not appetizing.
Ew. Purple? What's purple?
The size of these galleons is truly breathtaking. And there are dozens of them, not to mention a number of smaller vessels. Mercuria must be a very important and very busy port. It's a lighthouse, much like the ones we have at home, except this one, of course, burns a blue fire. Blue fire. It's either propane or magic. I'm guessing the latter.
Propane. Let's check out the small pier. Hello.
The old man and the, ocean? Looks like a lifetime at sea has left its tracks on him.
Better a lifetime at sea than a day in a dress and a brassiere.
Oh, okay.
It's a quaint, old-fashioned treasure chest. I wonder if there's anything exciting inside it, like doubloons or whatever they're called.
Well, let's talk to him.
Hello, old man.
I got me no treasure, and I got me no map of no buried treasure. I just be an old sailor with no ship, so leave us be.
And he's got a pipe.
What are you doing?
Mending nets, of course. What'd it look like I be doing?
Oh, look at that hair.
I'm not well versed in maritime customs.
Mar what? Ah, yez mean sea life, dear not. Ah, the smell of the salty sea, the lapping of waves on your ship, the spray of cold water on your face, plump maidens in every part. I tell yez, I be having stories about the sea.
What have you got in that chest?
What chest?
The one you're sitting on.
Oh, that be no chest, girl. That be me stool. Aye, me stool, carved into the uncanny likeness of a chest.
But what's in it?
No priceless treasure, that be for sure. Nothing at all. It be empty.
No, really. What's in the chest?
I'm really good at being
Oh,
annoying.
live snakes. Aye, snakes that'll bite your face off before you have time to jump. Better leave them be, then.
I'm still curious about that chest.
Gonna have to tell
Right,
me.
right. I be telling yous. Curse the balance, girl. You never give up, do you? I be having no real treasure in here, like I told ye. But it be where I keep me personal articles and things I be picking up now and then on me travels. And me bed, it's where I be keeping me bed before I be losing him. I be a stupid old man. He be my best friend. I ain't nobody else around to talk to, you see, on account of him being a talking bird.
A talking bird? I've seen one of those.
What happened to your talking bird?
I be cheated out of him. Aye, that cups handler on the marketplace be cheating me in a full game of cups, and I be having to give me bird up to try to win me money back.
And what happened?
He be taking me bird when I be choosing the wrong cup. Aye, my best friend taken from me. Cursed be the balance. I be all lonesome now. The worst part is that me bird is now a prize to be won. A prize in the cups game. Beat the handler thrice and you win a prize of your choice, me poor bird.
What's your bird's name?
Bird.
Oh,
Good name.
can
Share
you
some
share some of
stories.
your maritime stories with me?
Mara what? Ah, tales of the sea, right? Sure, sweetie, I be happy to. Now, what stories be I wanted to hear then?
Any tale of your exciting adventures will do.
I be having plenty of tales to tell. There be the tale of me adventures in the Baksheevan Empire, if you'd be interested. It'd be a tale of grand romance, just up your alley, be sure of it.
Sure, that sounds like a fine story.
Aye. It be near on 50 years ago that I was a mate on a sturdy old lady called the Three-Legged Whore.
The what?
What do I be saying? She was called the Thrifty Horse, she was. Aye, that be her name. The Whistle Whatsit.
You don't remember the ship's name, do you?
Anyways, I be a young mate then, and we be anchored in Monterba, the grand western port of the once glorious Baksheevan Empire. I be having ship leave until the following evening, and it be me first visit to that exotic and dangerous port. So I sets out to have a look around. Now, bear in mind that Monterba be ruled by a Mock, like all large Baksheevan cities. In principle, the Mock be having to report to and pay half of all taxes to the Emperor in Port Altaban. But with the Baksheevan Empire having all but crumbled into pieces, the provinces do be having the power to do pretty much as they be wanting. And so I sets out on me own that day to explore the city. Now, bear in mind that all the cities of the Southlands, and that be me adventure in the once glorious empire of Bakshiva. And that be how I meet me bird, how I seduce and romance the Mock's daughter, how I be chased from Monterba by the Mock's soldiers, and how I be the first man to walk across the desert of Shangagriel, the wastelands, and how I be getting this awful rash on. Girl, you do not be sleeping, do you?
No? Huh? Me? No, I wasn't sleeping.
What? What? Sleeping? No. Just concentrating really hard. Good story, though. Solid material. Ever considered doing a book?
Aye, but the agents in Marcuria be bloodthirsty vampires with no thought but to milk your life's blood.
Oh, so they take an outrageous commission then?
No, they actually be bloodthirsty vampires with a penchant for biting your neck when you ain't be looking.
Oh, so they're actual vampires. Interesting. Good to know. I'll steer clear of them.
I'd better get going.
Yeah.
Yous young'uns be always running round. Everything be so important. Yous be having no time to sit down and take a breath. So go. Be not wasting your time here with me.
I won't. What you doing there, dude? Right, he was mending those nets. That's what he was doing. Let's go back over here.
It's a lighthouse.
No.
The blue fire's burning bright. Breathtaking.
Where was it? Small pier. Aha! Shit. Dude, you don't have any legs. Where are your legs? Who are you?
Judging by his ungainly stance, I'd say he's a mariner pining for the sea.
Let's say hi.
Ahoy there, matey!
Oof.
Pardon?
Isn't that how you sailors greet each other?
No.
What do you say then?
Usually, hello. And if it's sunny, nice day for it. We might even try a how are you today then, if we're feeling adventurous. But never, ever, ahoy.
Whoops.
This is valuable information.
Aye, matey, that it be.
Why aren't you out at sea?
Do you see the sail on that barge over there?
Yes.
Is it flapping?
What?
Is it flapping? Is the sail flapping in the wind?
No.
And why is that then?
Because it's not windy?
Exactly.
Well, can't you just use oars or something?
Oh, what an excellent idea. Now, why didn't we think of that? Of course. Oars! By Jaw's stunted left arm, that's it. Why have we been moored to the dock for a month with our merchandise dropping in value when we could have just rowed our way to Guienne?
Are you being sarcastic?
Sarcastic? Me? What in Jaw's name makes you think that?
I'm sensing high levels of sass.
How long's it been since the last wind?
Near a month. Ever since that accursed alchemist put some kind of spell on the wind. The Moja'll be cursed if I know why. But it's a bloody catastrophe. I've sent some good people of mine up north to deal with him. But not one has returned. Now the Areed High Council speak of sending an entire army platoon to sort him out. But I'm afraid that just might piss him off.
I mean, it might.
Who's this alchemist who cast a spell on the wind?
I believe his name is Clax. Roper Clax. Lives in a bloody rock somewhere up north, beyond Riverwood.
Thanks for the chat.
Aye.
Interesting. Interesting stuff. Nope, nope, nope. That's not where I wanted to go. See if we can talk to the map merchant again. So now we've got 3 places on our area that we can go to.
Maps!
Maps!
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, maps!
Thanks for your help.
Nope,
Maps!
still nothing we can ask him.
Bye.
Maps! Get your fresh maps here. Buy 2, get the second one half price.
How about a game of cups today?
Okay, let's go.
Let's try playing
Just
it.
place your bet, investment, on the table and the game will begin.
See if we can do a cash card. Nope. Shh, you're not supposed to know I use a guide. Let's go back and talk to the priest. I know I already said it, but shush. Oi, Vestrum. Maybe you got something to tell me.
Who did you say I should see about Westhouse?
The map merchant at the market may know. There is one thing I must tell you, however.
Oh, that's what it was.
Few would know Westhouse by his real name. In the city, he is known as the Rolling Man because of his strange two-wheeled vehicle. A most dreadful and dangerous contraption if I ever saw one.
So what, a
bicycle?
bike?
Perhaps. It has a grotesque appearance, much like the Westhouse himself.
Rude. Okay.
I'll see you later.
Let's ask about the Rolling Man.
You keep telling me so, and I do believe you.
Let's go ask about the Rolling Man.
Maps!
Maps!
Can you tell me where the Rolling Man lives?
Maybe, maybe not. Why?
Because I need to know.
I need to find him.
Sorry, guild rules. I'm not allowed to divulge any personal information about my customers. Maps!
Maps!
I really need to know where the Rolling Man lives.
Sorry, can't do.
Please? Pretty please.
At those eyes, girl.
No, 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 young lady. Don't give me that doe-eyed look. Don't. Blasted be the balance. You're giving me that doe-eyed look, aren't you? I still can't tell you, though. I got maps.
I got maps.
Please tell me where the
I
Rolling
will
Man
use my
lives.
good looks.
No, can't do, miss. I can't divulge personal information about my customers.
Who's this?
You're late again. And you know what else? You're fired. Give me back the delivery list and get your sorry blue skin elsewhere.
Is he Dolmari? Dolmari people are blue skin.
Hired hell. Bah! Never hire a Dolmari to do a human
He
job.
is Dolmari.
What are you gonna do now without a delivery boy?
Hire a new one, of course. Blasted be the balance. That means I'll have to pay the damn fee to the Guild of Merchants. Damnation.
I can save you a buck.
Maybe I could help you out.
You? How?
I'm quick, honest, and reliable, and I've got a lot of experience in the service industry.
Perhaps a female errand boy could work. If the
Oxymoron.
Guild of Merchants don't find out.
I won't tell them if you don't.
Mind the pay is not much, only a single errand per delivery, plus whatever tip the customer may see fit to give you.
I'll take the job, if you want me.
Agreed. Maybe you'll even bring in some new business. Here's the delivery list for today and your first map. It's for the captain of the White Dragon. Nebeve, I think his name is. You'll find him in the harbor. Oh, and remember to have the customer sign the delivery list. The guild are sticklers for protocol. No signature, no money, no new jobs.
Bye now.
Maps. Fresh, detailed, life-saving maps.
Life-saving maps. Well, alright then. Okay, so we are now an errand boy. Well, girl? Errand girl? Yeah. So we need to go deliver a map to the captain of the White Dragon. And that's the guy that we were talking to who wasn't able to get his ship out. So this guy. Let's go talk to him.
Nice day for it.
Not really, no.
Is this the White Dragon?
That's what the big white letters on the prow spell out. What do you think?
Sass.
I'm looking for the captain. Is he around?
What would you with the captain of the White Dragon?
I have a delivery for him, a map from the map merchant at the Temple Market.
Aye. I be Captain Horatio Nebeve of the White Dragon, fastest vessel there ever was. Hand the map over, girl. With Jarl's blessing, the wind will return soon, and I can leave this accursed harbor for sunnier shores. Thank you. There's an errand for your trouble.
Okay, gotta have him sign the delivery list.
Sign this, please.
What is it?
I need your signature to confirm that you've received the map.
Map? What map?
The one I just gave you.
Oh, that one. Sorry, I never put my signature on a piece of paper.
Great, you're gonna be a pain, aren't you? Sign it or I'll kill you. What do you think? Should we go, why not? Please sign it or I won't get paid, or sign it or I kill you? 0 to 60, or should we probe him a bit first? Middle? Please sign it? Okay. Yeah,
Please sign it or I won't
let's
get
be
paid.
nice first.
I just gave you an errand. That should be enough to cover it, aye?
Forget the money. That's not why I need your signature. I need you to sign so that I can keep my job and hopefully find a way home.
Sorry, but it brings bad luck to give a piece of yourself in that manner. A signature has untold powers. It's part of your soul. I can't sign away my soul.
Who told you that signing a slip of paper is bad for your soul?
I'm from Gien, and we're a spiritual people. Our souls are in balance with our bodies, and the great Mojal has taught us not to endanger this balance.
Great.
Signing my name, giving a piece of myself in that manner, breeds corruption and imbalance within. And it pisses the Mojal off no end.
And that's why you choose to make my life difficult?
Hey, blame organized religion.
You can't write, can you?
Pardon?
That's what this is all about. You can't write.
So what? So what if I can't write? So what if I was born at sea and never spent more than a month ashore ever since? I still won't sign your accursed paper, by Jal.
Look, all you have to do is sign an X next to your name on the list.
You can't trick the great Mojal. The Mojal's untrickable.
You sure about
That's not
that?
trickery. It's legally binding.
I said no.
Is there anything I can do to get you to sign?
I'll be really annoying.
Well, yes. But no.
Look, Captain, I'm desperate here. I really, really need some kind of signature.
Well, there's always music.
What's music got to do with you signing my list?
Nothing. But it distracts the Mojal.
Wouldn't that be trickery?
What are you talking about? Why would you need to distract the Mojal?
I can't sign when there's a chance the Mojal is watching. Music distracts the Mojal. Ergo, I can sign.
But doesn't that mean the Mojal is always distracted? I mean, there's always music somewhere in the world.
The Mojal has an eye and an ear for every acolyte, and straying from the path can bring great wrath upon us.
Granted, I know
That's a
very
lot of
little of the
eyes and ears.
Mojal. But seriously, maybe you should look into alternative religions?
Blasphemy! Besides, I only have to visit the temple once every 2 years, and the membership fees are quite reasonable.
That's a very lax religion.
So, if I play some music, you'll sign?
Aye. I'll give you that much.
I'll be back.
I don't doubt it for a second.
Told you I can be very annoying. Alright, let's go back and get something to play that music. No. I don't want to say hi to him, I want to go back here. Got anything I can play?
Most affordable instrument? That's cute. The flute, right? And how much for the flute? I'm guessing that's 1 Aaron?
Seriously? He only talks in musical noises? That's awesome.
I'll
There's
have the
1
flute.
Aaron.
That's 1 Aaron, isn't it?
Doing. Do I have the flute now? No.
As luck would have it, I actually know how to play a flute.
Sweet.
Not very well, but I'm sure the, Mojal won't mind.
Nice. Let's go back to the ship. Hi, Captain.
How are you today, then?
Like you care.
No, I don't.
Bye.
What? Oh, that's right. Gotta do that to
I'm
him.
ready to play some music if you're ready to sign.
Aye, go on, but don't stop until I'm done signing, or the Mojal will surely wreak vengeance on us both.
Are you carving it into stone?
Done. Here you go. And don't ever ask me to sign anything ever again.
Fine, I
I
won't.
can pretty much guarantee you that.
Alright, cool. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take that back to the map merchant, and then I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. Because we got some pretty decent story progression going. And it's been about 2 hours.
I'm ready for my next job, sir.
Yes, good. Did you get the captain's signature?
Yes.
Hand me the delivery list so that I can see for myself.
You know, you remind me of somebody I know. A real Scrooge.
Good. What's a Scrooge? Maps, new revisions, lifesavers, maps.
There you go.
Right. Your next assignment is a map of Shangagriel to the Rolling Man. Hold on. Did you not ask me about him earlier today?
No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
I could have sworn, well, no matter. Do you know how to get to the Rolling Man's house?
I forget.
Let me explain then. Now, pay attention because this is complicated. He has chosen to live in the most inaccessible place in the city, but I guess he has his reasons. First, you head west off the marketplace on Oak until you get to a tiny little apothecary, Mrs. Cassop's Herbs and Oils, where you turn north on South Street. Confusing that, for about 4 minutes of brisk walking. That's when you see a large grove of trees. It's a memorial to those who died in the last war with the Tyrant back the balance knows when. Can't see why they choose to remind us of that, where you'll turn left.
That's west?
No, left. That'll take you back south, but onto North Street instead. And that keeps you out of the Dalmari neighborhood. Down that way, nasty, nasty neighborhoods. Keep walking south for about, or was that north? Wait, north on South Street, south on North Street, or the other way around. Anyway, find the Rose Bridge off Iread Avenue and cross it.
There's a river?
No, just a bridge. The river disappeared 500 years ago. No one knows what happened to it. After you've crossed the bridge, you'll be on the western slopes of Marcuria.
And that's where West House... I mean, the Rolling Man lives.
No, far from it, but you need to pass through that part of Marcuria to get to the Rolling Man. Keep south and watch out for the livestock. They're likely to attack in that part of town. Eventually you'll get to a large circular square. That's where they used to hold executions back when the city was civilized.
You call murder civilized?
Better than locking people up for years, as any level-headed person would tell you. Our freedom cannot be curtailed. Real men choose the honor of death to the shame of incarceration.
Yeah, sure you do.
Circle around the square and head down Tandak for half a mile. Or should that be Parrock Lane? Yes, Parrock Lane. Head west on Parrock Lane for half a mile. Then turn right at the Maiden's Honor Tavern.
North again?
No, west. Parrock Lane has a few twists and turns. Anyway, you should now be able to see the Ivory Tower.
Is it a big tower?
No, only about 5 feet tall, but it's ivory, straight from the coast of the Southlands, bravely cut from the drooling jaws of the gruesome Kandar.
Big creature, 4 legs, large ears, long snout, sort of grayish in color?
Yes, the horror of the Southlands. Many a brave hunter has fallen victim to its ravaging hunger.
Good grief. Okay, then what?
Pass by the tower to the edge of the cliff and look down. The Rolling Man has built his home on the cliffside. It's a wonder he's not been washed away by the storms.
I hope I got all that. Basically, go west until I hit the edge, right?
Yes, that would be correct.
So this... literally that thing. Okay. That guy gives directions like a southerner. Gonna save there. 'Cause, oof. Got that save game? Yeah, I do. Alright, well. I don't know about you guys, but that's about enough for me. That was just a little bit ridiculous. So what did you guys think about that? Have you had a guy give directions like that before? That was interesting. Yeah, I was just like, is he talking about olifants? Like elephants? Like my elephants? Yeah, we already spent our coin. We need to get another coin first before we can go and play some cup games. And take the long way around. But we've gotten some good story progression going this stream. We learned about the Sentinel, the Vanguard, the Balance, Stark, and Arcadia. Yes, we gotta save the monkey bird. I'm never gonna live that down. One slip of the mouth, and I'm doomed. But I will say, Bird is definitely one of my favorite characters in the entire series. And you'll find out. Yeah, we're gonna get so much done in the next stream. Next stream is going to be on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to come check it out, come join me. And we'll have a great time. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for joining.